Hello, this is Mark with Impact Property Experts, and I have a web design and web development company as well as being a real estate investor, and put together a form that can be used for soft vetting and figure out the most allowable offers on real estate deals. And I just want to share it with you today and let you know how you can get access to it if it looks like something you might be interested in taking advantage of. So let's get right into it here. And the form just has a lot of different fields here, and property info, the top section. This is the flat percentage ARV model, where this is not the 70% minus repairs that many use. It's just a flat ARV percentage model. Down here at the bottom we have the other ARV percentage models, which is like 70% off of repair, 7% off of ARV minus repairs. But to show you how to use this form, I've pulled up a property over here on Privy. And I want to real quickly, first of all, grab this asking price right here, and I'm going to put it in the form right here. I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to grab the square footage of the house, put that here. And I've already looked through and kind of comped this property a little bit to get an idea of value. So let me just scroll down here to that section. And as you can see, the most recent sale was right here, August 1st, with a square footage price of around $368 per square foot. And you can see here that there are a couple of rehabs up here that sold a little bit older, actually done a little bit nicer than this property that we're looking at here on Otis. But they're around 409, 407. So I'm going to use this one here, this most recent one, as the comp. And as you can see, we have a 3-bedroom on the subject property. This comp only has 2. So if you add about $10,000 to $15,000 to the asking to the sold price, it brings this price per square foot up to about $385 a square foot. So I'm going to use that figure to come up with a quick ARV. Again, this is just a quick preliminary, real quick look so that you can tell. So I'm going to put 385 in this right here, and I'm going to just bump it down to 380 to give us a better idea. Okay, so let's put it at 380. So push the quick ARV at 273, and if we go back over here and look at it, that's about in the price range of these properties that we see here. The next thing, again, for the flat percentage ARV model, actually look, let me go back and look at the pictures here for a second. This property, the inside isn't awful. I did look through it a little bit earlier, but as you'll see here in a second, the outside landscaping, the outside of the property needs some help. So I'm going to say this is probably around a basic rehab, maybe a little bit more than that. So I'm going to go over here and put the ARV percentage at about 55%. And when I do that, you can see it pops up these 3 tabs here, calculates them for you, and you can see they're all in red. The reason for that being is that this right here is the flat percentage most allowable offer. So this is saying based upon this ARV and this ARV percentage, this should be the most allowable offer right there. As you can see, if you look up here, 150 is less than this 169, that's the asking price. So this is letting us know that as it currently stands at this asking price, this would not be a deal. Right here is showing us that for it to be a deal, the ARV would have to be more like 308 in order for it to work. And then the profit loss margin is just showing us where we are between the asking price and the flat percentage most allowable offer. Now what we could do, and let me just show this in right here. If we wanted to adjust, see how much below the asking price we would need to be in order to make this a deal, we have this button right here, margin below asking. As you can see, the profit loss margin is about almost 19,000, almost 20,000. So if I take 20,000 off of that price and I could get under contract for this 149, we have a tiny little margin that it gives us here prior to any renovation or anything like that. But say for instance, if you were wholesaling the property, if you dropped it down, say 40,000, it's going to give you $20,000 margin. So if you could get under contract for 129.6, it would give you a little bit of room to mark it off and send it off either to an end buyer or to a dispo wholesaler or anything along those lines. So, and you can see, you always tell whether it's a deal or not by the color of these tags. And you can see if we take 40,000 off, it makes it a deal. If we put it back on there, then you'll see it red flags again. It's not a deal. Now, I also included, this is more for my own personal use, but in the market that I am in, which is in East Texas, it's difficult to do these flat ARV percentage because it's the volume's not here. So I like to use the 70% off of ARV minus repairs. So if we can see here, I said it was a basic earlier, and of course I'm looking now here at this 28,000. That might not be enough. Bumped it up to 60, say 43,000. So this is telling me that if you were following the 70% off of ARV minus repairs, that you need to be purchasing this property at about $148,000. Now this is not including, if you're wholesaling the property, any room for your wholesale fee, but this is where that would need to be. Now you can adjust this. I know some different percentages, different markets. You put 80% of ARV minus repairs, it puts it at $175,680. And as you can see, it's green here. The reason it's green, if we go back up here and look at the asking price, we've got room in here with this asking price to still make this work. So we could actually go higher than the asking price, and still this would work with if you were doing 80% of ARV minus repairs. So if the property just doesn't look like something you don't need to even look at anymore or keep any record of, you can just hit this reset form button right here and it'll reset the whole form, empty everything out for you. But if you want to keep the information, I've got a little button here where we can take and send it to your email. And I want to come over here real quick and I want to grab the property address here, paste that in here, and put my email to where I want the report to be sent to right here. Also placed down here for additional notes, like if you wanted to forward this report to anyone else, you needed to include some additional information, you can put that extra stuff right here. And then I want to send the report to email. And it popped in right there. You can see we've got all the information in a nice little email report that can help you keep the information on it as you continue to do a little more due diligence on it to make sure that it is in fact a good deal. Also, if you use the form, if you send yourself an email the report, you're going to see this form here. And again, I have Impact Property Experts is my real estate company. Impactable is my website development company that I am hosting the tool under. And if you'd like to get more information about more real estate tools that we're currently working on as they become available, you can just enter your information in the form right here, and I'd be happy to send that information to you. But again, this is Mark Gassman, the Impact Property Experts. I hope this calculator is something that you'll be able to use. Just look for the link in the description. It'll take you right to the calculator, and I hope you'll find it useful.